Qatar, the richest country in the world, is situated between Saudi Arabia, Bahrain, and the UAE. Its per capita income is an astounding $128,000, surpassing that of the United States, Singapore, and even its neighboring Arab countries like the UAE and Saudi Arabia. Known for its towering skyscrapers, luxurious shopping malls, and expensive cars, Qatar is often referred to as the middle class and its wagons. However, Qatar was not always this prosperous. A few decades ago, it was a barren desert with little more than hunger and boredom. So, how did this remarkable transformation occur? How did Qatar, once the poorest among the Arab countries, become the wealthiest nation in the world today? Join us as we reveal the truth behind the success of Qatar. The story begins in 1916 when the Emir of Qatar, Abdullah Al Thani, signed a treaty with Britain. According to this treaty, Britain would protect Qatar from any land or sea attacks by enemies, and in return, Qatar would remain a part of the British colony for the next 25 years. Britain would also have a share in all the natural resources produced in Qatar. The first oil field in Qatar was discovered in 1940. By 1960, the exploration and extraction of oil in Qatar were primarily conducted by men. Although the situation in Qatar began to change slowly, there were no significant developments. In 1977, the Shell Oil Company discovered the North Field, the world's largest natural gas field in Qatar. However, at that time, natural gas was not very profitable because it could only be transported through pipelines, and Qatar was too far from other countries to make pipeline transportation feasible. As a result, Shell Company forgot about this gas discovery and it remained buried in official documents. In 1971, Qatar gained independence from Britain and became an independent country. Despite independence, Qatar's situation did not change much in the next 5 to 6 years. Then, in 1995, Crown Prince Hamad bin Khalifa Al Thani rebelled, overthrew his father's government, and became the Emir of Qatar. His primary focus was on natural gas. Hamad bin Khalifa knew that natural gas could change Qatar's fate. Therefore, he invested in a new technology called gas liquefaction. Liquefaction is a process in which gas is converted into liquid form, allowing it to be transported to other countries in ships, similar to oil. In this process, the gas must be kept at extremely low temperatures. Qatar invested heavily in this technology and today is the largest exporter of liquefied natural gas. Countries like Japan, India, China, South Korea, and Spain are among the major importers of Qatari gas. Billions of dollars started flowing into Qatar, but this was just a part of the equation to change Qatar's fate. Many countries have natural resources and exploit them, but the real challenge is to use the revenue from those resources wisely. The fates of Venezuela and Angola serve as cautionary tales. This is where Qatar excelled. In 2005, the Qatar Investment Authority was established with the aim of investing the revenue from oil and gas globally. Today, Qatari investments can be seen in major malls and companies worldwide, including luxury hotels, office buildings, and apartment complexes in London, major offices in the United States, and multinational corporations like Volkswagen, Barclays, Tiffany & Co., and even Russia's largest oil company. These investments are just a small part of Qatar's total portfolio. Additionally, Qatar has invested billions of dollars in infrastructure, including roads, airports, research centers, and financial centers. Qatar's economic prowess is complemented by its strategic political maneuvers to gain international influence. One of the most significant steps in this direction was the establishment of Al Jazeera, the world's largest Arab media network. Emir Khalifa bin Hamad recognized that for Qatar to distinguish itself globally, it needed a unique identity. Al Jazeera has been instrumental in amplifying the voices and narratives of the people, especially during the Arab Spring of 2010, when it broadcasted the protests extensively. This led to severe criticism from Saudi Arabia and other countries. The influence of Al Jazeera was so significant that in 2017, when several Arab countries boycotted Qatar, one of the primary demands was to ban Al Jazeera in Saudi Arabia and the UAE. To this day, Al Jazeera remains banned in these countries. The boycott of Qatar in 2017 was not fully supported by all Arab nations. Kuwait and Oman did not participate. Qatar's strong relationships with Iran and Turkey further strained its ties with Saudi Arabia and the UAE. Despite these tensions, Qatar is viewed as a neutral state internationally, and no country supported the boycott. Qatar's strategic advantage lies in its vast natural gas reserves. Experts predict that by 2040, the demand for gas will continue to rise, contrary to the belief that it will be replaced by electricity. The recent disruption of gas pipelines from Russia to Ukraine has significantly increased the demand for Qatari gas, especially in Europe. In 2022, Qatar's energy exports surpassed $100 billion, and this figure is expected to grow as European countries increasingly rely on Qatari gas. While Qatar's economic and political strategies have positioned it as a formidable player on the global stage, not everything is perfect. The country has faced criticism regarding the treatment of its labor force. However, compared to other Arab nations, Qatar is relatively open, with better economic conditions and future planning. A significant portion of Qatar's population, about 60%, comprises South Asians, including Indians, Pakistanis, Bangladeshis, and Nepalis. These expatriates work tirelessly, far from their homelands, dreaming of a day when their own countries will achieve similar prosperity. If you enjoyed this content, please like and subscribe to our channel for more insightful discussions. Don't forget to check out our videos for more information.